Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fast sequel to what I just did a while ago regarding the Philippine elections for senator and congressman. I'd like to endorse immediately Congressman Alfonso Umali Jr. of Mindoro, Oriental. I think he will not only become one of the best congressmen we ever had, but he will be the #1 catalyst for food security. Mindoro, Oriental will be the superstar for agricultural products all over the Philippines. And I will make sure Congressman Umali will get all the global support you can imagine, both in North America and in other parts of the world. As you very well know, I was the guy that was the reason why San Miguel Foods, which formerly was called Feeds and Livestock Division, moved their BMEG feed plant. A feed plant is the one responsible for producing as many feeds as possible for broilers, yung mga manukano, layers, that would be for yung mga umiitlog pong mga manok, ducks, horses, fishes, you name it, we did it. And because of my efforts, we made Region 1 the #1 volume producer of VMEG feeds when I was still in the Philippines. And we had a long-term plan to develop this in each and every province. My good friend Aski Ascaraga developed a satellite feed plant, and I developed even a higher type of feed factory during that time, which not only focused on feeds, but more so on the ingredients. In other words, I was the first ever to define each and every hectare in the Philippines on what agricultural product can be planted there. And this is a controversial statement. I was telling then with a group of Lorenzo Agatep, our #1 feed dealer in Ilocos region, that why not plant, instead of tobacco, other high-yielding crops. Very controversial, because I know our good friend Lucio Tan will get mad at me again, but Mr. Tan, because this was ages ago, I told him, why don't we put up an experimental farm? And it never happened. Why? Because of the funding again. It's always the budget. That's the problem with the Philippines, because the budget is somehow lost. Then I won't get into that political issue, but it starts always with the budget. Without the budget, it's all hogwash. And therefore, I would like to make sure that you vote for Congressman Alfonso Umali Jr. of Mindoro Oriental 2nd District. And I hope this time this will not be deleted by the group of Ben Del Rosario, the #1 crook in the Philippines. So, moving forward, I would like to also propose to the Philippine electorate to come out with a combined or a collaborative form of government where everybody has a say. Because when everybody has a say, everybody contributes. Everybody's motivated to become an active citizen and not a passive, worthless citizen. And therefore, I'd like to propose Senator Tol Tolentino to be also part of your well-deserved ballot to vote as the Philippines' next senator again. Why? Because Senator Tol Tolentino will solve the #1 problem we have in the Philippines, which, as I said a while ago in the previous sequel, traffic, 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 traffic. At 4.8 billion pesos lost a day. A day. 4.8 billion pesos lost a day. Not to mention health insurance costs. And as I said, that will reach, forgive me to sound repetitive because this is the number one issue, all the way to 16 billion losses per day. And the person that can solve traffic is none other than Senator Tolentino of Tagaytay, a mayor. He started as a mayor of Tagaytay. Look at Tagaytay right now. Tagaytay City is probably the second best city of tourism in the Philippines. And of course, you have Bam Aquino, Senator Bam Aquino, a former senator. Bam will bring intelligence to the Senate. A very reserved gentleman of Metro Manila. Bam Aquino has the sophistication, the ability to make the government very efficient. Very productive is the key word. And above all, he will bring the Aquino name of real integrity to lure investors back to the Philippines. Without Bam Aquino, without the Aquino name, it is very difficult to have an endless flow of investors wanting to invest in the Philippine bonds, or what we call right now Baharlico funds. I think those are the sovereign bonds, and the list goes on. Bam Aquino has the brains, the name, the ability, the talent, and the discourse to make things happen, both in the Senate and in the Congress. Bam Aquino will become the catalyst for new investments and to make people really educated in and out of what is really happening in the Philippines. And above all, the most important reason why you have to vote for Senator Bam Aquino is because of J-O-B-S. 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 More jobs and good paying jobs. Sa ngayon, wala daw trabaho, bababa ang sweldo as usual. The list goes on. And again, I don't want to sound repetitive. A lot of my audiences all over the world told me, please don't repeat that problem again, because I am sick and tired of it. It's always about jobs. And the reason why we're very confident to immediately support Bam Aquino with his jobs program is that we already know what to do. Ang kulang na lang gawin, i-implement yan. Magkaroon na naman ng budget. And it will be done. In fact, I'd like to translate that to our American audience. As I was saying, the reason why you vote for the Senator Bam Aquino is to be able to come out with this job-generating system, which is like a machine. Like a machine. If there is a budget to develop that machine endlessly, and this is the beautiful statement of all time, we can have a big billboard, electronic billboard, on how many jobs are created day by day. Because I don't agree with that concept, full employment. That is simply a banana republic statement. That is a stupid, worthless statement. Because we have created in the private sector a long time ago re-engineering, job development programs, retraining, shifting to another industry. The list goes on. You don't have to die by losing your job, just like what's happening in America. It's not the end of the world, for crying out loud. even the group of the great Jack Welch, who is listening to me day by day. Because what are the new systems to create jobs? It's not the end of the world when you lose your job. In fact, sometimes it's good. Because that stupid job of yours can generate how much income? While if you move to another industry by retraining yourself, by creating a new training program for yourself, can create you more money for you, for your family, and the list goes on. But if you listen to Charlie, again, for a lack of a better term, it's a pejorative term here we have in America. It's not because of Charlie the actor, it's just Charlie, okay? It's a pejorative term. It's not a certain individual. If you listen to Charlie, what happens? You become poor. If you listen to me, you become prosperous long term. And the De Rosarios will always say, where is your money? Where is your money? I have the longest accounts receivables in the world. Del Rosario, the group of Ben Del Rosario. And you know that. You know that. Okay? So, Bob Aquino is number 2. And then the third one, because we have a certain time limit that we follow here in this sequel, in this video sequel. The third person would be Senator Ramon Revilla Jr. I have been accused many times of saying, hindi ka naman pro-masa, hindi ka naman galing sa masa. That's all bullshit again, you know. Pardon the expression. I know what it is to clean floors. I know the value of blue-collar jobs. I know the value of being a waiter. I know the value of cooks, people who cook for you. I know the value of gardeners. I did it all here in America. And above all, I am pro-masa. Ako po ay para sa masa. And at the same time, I value entertainment. I'm not just all business. I love playing golf. I'm a very sports-oriented guy. All what was thrown at my good name is all a fallacy. All a fallacy. And again, that will be another segment. But the reason why I'd like to strongly endorse the good senator from Cavite, Ramon Revilla Jr., is precisely Cavite, in my opinion, is the #1 province in the Philippines today and probably top 10 ranked provinces in the 189 civilized nations of this world. Ramon Revilla Jr. is an actor. I have nothing against actors. Ronald Reagan is considered the #1 president in the world today. He's an actor. Why? Because he is very good in communications. He is very good in convincing, persuading world leaders. He is considered still the #1 American president in the world today, and he is an actor. And therefore, that being said, I'd like to correct again the wrong notion that I am against actors. Of course not. But I am for actors that can deliver big-time results. The actors that are running right now because they have the name, I think they are doing a big disservice to the Philippine nation. Remember, Senator Revilla started as a governor, and he had that track record already. So, My advice to the populace who are voting for actors is do not vote for them because you like them. Vote for them because they can help you in your given economic condition. They can help you in your given health condition. They can help you in your given province, in your given city, in your given barangay. Do not vote for them because they are popular, because you like them, because they will destroy this once great nation we call the Republic of the Philippines. In fact, some already destroyed it. Kaya ako po ay nagsasabi sa inyo, huwag naman ho kayong magpanoko na naman. Kasi ang panahon ngayon ho ng mga politiko, ganito. Binoto kita, pwede kita bang tawagan? Hello, Mr. Senator, binoto ko po kayo, pwede nyo ba akong tulungan? End of statement. Don't make life complicated already. Because wala na, lugbok na ang Pilipinas. Ilulugbok mo pa. Kaya kung bastusin na lang tayo ng mga inchik, gano'n na lang. Ganon din sa Amerika. Akala ng mga puti, ng mga itim, Hispanic, lahat ng mga Pilipino, domestic helper. Wag naman, di ba? Sabi ko naman sa kanila, hindi naman lahat domestic helper. That's how bad the image is of the Philippine nation. Because of the family, the corrupt family of Ben Del Rosario. He started all this nonsense about the Philippines as being worthless, as being a land of domestic helpers, as being a land of all corrupt people that you cannot entrust your money with the Filipino nation. You cannot entrust your money with the government. You cannot entrust your money with the banks. Hindi naman po lahat. That's not true. And that's why I would like to clarify them, no? So because before you invest in the Philippines, I can become your collateral. Magkatapatan na ho tayo. Let's put it down on the table. Wala, sisirain na naman ni Ben Rosario Yung grupo na naman niya, siyang taga-sira. Siya naman talaga magdanakaw dyan He's the real person why the Philippines is totally destroyed in America. He destroyed the reputation of the Filipino professional. He robbed the GSIS more than 100 million to 600 million pesos. I'm sorry, dollars. 100 to 600 million dollars. The largest crook on a per capita basis is the family of Ben De Rosario. And I hope this time, this particular video will not be destroyed by the family of Ben De Rosario again. Because I went to the house of Roberto Tirona de Rosario when I was a student at the Ateneo de Manila University to compromise yung ninakaw niya. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. We tried to be professional about it, but nothing happened. So those are the facts, ladies and gentlemen. It's very tragic. It's very sad. That happened in the 1980s. And late part of 1970s, we were trying to be very diplomatic with the Rosario family. And as I said, we even went to the extent of going to his house in Blue Ridge. Na tama na. Wala, bira pa rin ang bira. Bira ng bira. Nandun nga ako sa Cerritos, California. Akala nila, magdanakaw rin ako Akala nila, yung aking suitcase, puro laman ng dolyar And this is the group of Danding Coangco. I'm talking about 1993 to 1994. So it's very clear. The Philippines can be an overnight superstar if we have the right people there. And, President Bongbong Marcos, not because I am with a certain camp or whatever you want to call it, I'm a professional. I deliver what I say. I'm not a politician. Hindi ho ako politiko. Ako po I am considered right now the #1 alumni, most productive in the history of Procter & Gamble Asia. And right now the world. #1. Wala akong ginawa. Siraan na naman ako dito ni Manny Mascuñana. Isang Cebuanong pulpul. So, that's the current dire condition. We have to move forward quickly. Because we already know what to do. Kailangan na lang sundan yung plano. All we have to do is follow the plan and have the right implements. And yes, I'm no longer pretending here. I know I owe you guys a lot. Because you have been wishing me to go on the air for so long. I am sorry for that. Now is the time. Because I was so busy with my other business ventures. But I'm willing to deliver for the presidency of Bongbong Marcos. I am willing to deliver for your businesses. I am willing to deliver for your families. I am willing to deliver to support Bam Aquino, to support Tolentino, Mr. Traffic, and I am willing to support the progress of the provinces with Mr. Results-oriented Ramon Revilla Jr. And therefore, it's very clear that history will judge this particular video as probably one of the greatest, most pivotal videos in the history of the Philippine Republic. At sa lahat nagpapanggap dyan na wala naman talagang ibubuga, sa palagay ko dapat tumahimik na lang muna kayo at let the professionals do their thing. Because without my group, that factory, one of the most sophisticated modern factories in Asia, by Procter & Gamble, would not have been possible without me. I'd like to be very clear on that. Number two, that factory in Pangasinan, put up by San Miguel Foods, formerly San Miguel Feeds and Livestock Division, was not there, could not have ever been there without me. And I can go on and on and on what I have done for the Filipino Republic. At sa lahat nagpapanggap dyan, kung medyo may na-contribute kayo, gawin nyo na lang, you know. Pero kung sisiraan nyo na naman ako, sa palagay ko, baka magulat na lang kayo sa buwelta ko sa inyo. Because I am going all out to prove what I have done for the Philippines. So let's put it out on the table, what I have done and what you have done. Fast forward, we can make the Philippines an overnight industrialized nation. And I just hope that this particular video will not be destroyed again by the Ben Del Rosario family, the #1 crook in the Philippines. The guy who stole $100 million all the way to $600 million from 1966 to 1982. And again, this can be proven in the court of laws, both in the Philippines and in the United States of America. If I am proven lying here, bluffing, coming out with innuendos, I will immediately resign as a U.S. citizen. I will immediately resign as a U.S. citizen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have everything clear. Nagkatapatan na tayo. We are now being very honest with ourselves. What have I done? What have you done? As the great Mon Paterno would say, you have to do your share. He was one of the greatest bankers of all time in the Philippines, and look how he was maligned. Kasi sa Pilipinas, sabi nga ng grupo ni Danding Coangco mismo, baliktad. Kung gagawa ka ng mabuti, yayariin ka. Look at my brother right now, Harvard superstar, Andy Bautista. Everybody's talking good about him in the Philippines, in America. Kung tirahin siya sa Pilipinas, ganun na lang Dahil lang, ano nangyari? Kasi yung kanyang asawa, walang ginawa kung hindi husgahan siya. 1 billion. Ngayon, nasa 1 million na lang. 1 billion US dollars, now it's only 1 million. What is this? Ang sabi nga ng presidente natin, para ano to, sarsuela? Because America values performance. America values results. America values prosperity that is long-term, not a one-time hit. Not a one-time hit. Unlike in the Philippines, it's back to square one. Ang kakapal ng mukha ng mga tatakbo ngayon, mga sabi nga ni Risa Ontiveros, mga walang hiya. At pag nandun na, wala na naman. Andun na, again and again, we commit the same mistakes all over again. And then, what happens? Sasabihin naman sa akin, hindi mo naman sinabi yan eh. Now, I'm telling you, for crying out loud, ilang beses na. Kasi sa Pilipinas, kung sino makapal, yun ang panalo talaga eh. And then, wala na naman. And then, again, and again, and again. Ando na naman si Jan Rosario, sa GSI. That's why Ralph Recto said, DO of Secretary Ralph Recto, you're being used by this Jan Rosario group. As I said, on a per capita basis, sila ang pinakamalaking ninakaw sa buong Pilipinas. And even one of the respected De Rosarios, Boy Blue De Rosario, can attest to that fact. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to be very clear. This will be the last time the videos will get robbed by the Ben De Rosario group. This will be immediately transposed right now to YouTube channel. See you soon. Thank you for watching. And as I would like to say, the prosperity begins here at the Prosperity Channel with Gavin Batista, your host. Thank you and good morning.